in Oduduwa land, in Yoruba land. There are heavy presence of terrorists from the Iswap. They are now in part of Yoruba land, and this Iswap will be operating like a military. So for those in some part of our land, when you see people in military uniform, most of them are not military. They are being shielded. They will be shielded by the military. They will be given military cover. They will give military protection. But these people are not actually military per se. They may be mixing with the military, and the people who are going to coordinate, or the person who has given this order, is called the Chief of Army Staff, Ahaturu, or what is his name, the new Chief of Army Staff. So they are going to use these tactics that I'm going to explain to you this evening. So I am calling on all agitators in Yoruba land to be very vigilant, because they are planning an attack on different locations in Yoruba land. It is not military raid. Most of the people that will appear on uniform terrorists, and the military is going to shell them. And after this attack, the military is going to deny, like they always do. They are going to deny. So I am, making this revelation now, that no matter how, difficult it will be, please make sure any place you are ready and to take cover, and then also take your phone, take cameras, start videoing if you have the opportunity to capture whatever that is happening in your own area. This is very important, because this is what we are going to use against the military at the end of the day. So it's going to work this way. The Nigeria military have planned to invade the house of Sunday Igboho, and the intention of this invasion is to kill him. And I am making this announcement again for the second time. Remember that when I made this announcement during the weekend or so, the next day or the same night, they sent Fulani, three Fulanis to go and kill the mother of Sunday Igboho, to attack the mother of Sunday Igboho, and unfortunately, they sent there. One of them was captured. One of them was captured and escaped. Because they knew that they knew that their plan has leaked. They knew that we have the intelligence of what they are doing, what they are planning to do. And today I have come to puncture their tire again. As I'm talking to you now, the plan has been concluded for the military to shield the ISIS, the Iswap terrorists that have entered Yoruba land between last week and last weekend. And this Iswap will start operation, like I told you. They will start operation this week. And as I'm talking to you now, the army has planned to shield them. So when this attack will be taking place, some of you will be seeing people in military. Don't trust that you are military. They are not military. They are mixed military and the Iswap fight, and they are going to carry a locks. And let me tell you, the man who called himself the Akeredolu, the governor of Ondo State, it is quite unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. This is a man, a governor, who have raised alarm, who have shouted, agitated about the presence of terrorists in his state, in the forest, of which the government, the federal government controlled by Fulani, they came to say he don't have the right to chase those terrorists out of the forest. And man who is actually who raised that alarm, all of a sudden have a twist of a sudden, he didn't see anything wrong in Nigeria. He did not see anything wrong in the government that told him you can't chase away the terrorists in your city. See anything wrong that a government at the center controlled by the terrorists is telling him you don't have the right to chase the Fulanis out. Conspired between Akeredolu and the Fulani government, nobody knows. Nobody knows what transpired between them. Nobody knows what happened, when the whole thing got twisted, that Akeredolu all of a sudden can have faith in one Nigeria that he shouted, cried for, and say they are killing our people and he can no longer take it. In one Nigeria that he gave terrorists in the forest ultimatum to leave, otherwise face the wrath of the people of Ondo State. Have today, he say his state not part of Yoruba declaration, is not part of Yoruba secession, is not part of Yoruba nation. When the people of the state who elected him have not spoken, so his statement therefore has no, he holds no water. And I'm telling you today, you are going to encounter a lot of them. You are going to Oba who will do everything to sell you out, but do not relent. They are going to come. Biafra has it. Biafra experienced the same thing. And it is not like we have actually dealt with all the souls in our land. But this is a stumbling block that you must face, and do not be distracted by all these criminals who parade themselves as leaders and governors in your state. If any Oba come to tell you Yoruba is better off in one Nigeria, know that that particular Oba is your enemy. If any Oba come to tell you that Fulani is not your problem, know that that particular Oba is your enemy. And therefore, you shouldn't have anything to do with that particular Oba, or don't even have any regard for such Oba. Because if he have the opportunity to kill you, so that the one Nigeria is going to do it. I am going to start with one of the Oba in Yoruba land is doing. All of you know this Oba, the Oba of Iwo. They call him the Emperor. Is it the Emperor of Iwo or something? He don't regard himself as Oba. He calls himself the Emperor. So we are going to play this video. We know what I'm talking about.
Oba Iwo of Iwo. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
How are you today?
Very, very good.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're very well, sir. Okay, thank you for joining us this morning, because we are quite concerned about exactly the role of the Obas within the Southwest, especially on issue of insecurity. We've been living peaceably with many different tribes in the Southwest, but in recent times there've been quite a lot of uproar of issues. I'd like to know from your own constituency, what's the relationship like in the community, and have you heard of violence within Iwo land so far?
In my community, there are pockets of issues everywhere. Everywhere in Nigeria, there's problems, and I commiserate and I condole with people that lost their lives everywhere in Nigeria, in the Southwest, because there is problem everywhere in Nigeria. But in Iwo, we manage it. In Osun State, we do manage it. There are many Fulani and Bor committee that was put in place. Any issue that is happening, they come to the palace. There are some other kings at the suburbs under me. There is.
Now, I want you to pay attention to this man. To this man who knows nothing about history. This man is telling you that there are problems everywhere in Nigeria, and but in Iwo land, they manage it. Pay attention, though. The man say, there are problems everywhere in Nigeria, but in Iwo land, they manage it. So it is not that in Iwo land, they are in control or they are on top of the situation, but in Iwo land, they manage it. Now, the question I want you to ask this man is, so all these years in 2021, you are managing it in Iwo land. Now, when are you going to, from the plan you have, how to build peace in Iwo land, when is this managing going to stop? I want you to ask this non-entity Oba, when is your managing of security? When is the managing of security in Iwo land going to change from managing to being on top of the situation? And if you cannot manage, if other states have now gone beyond managing it to now having crisis, like you said, all over Nigeria, what makes you Imperial Majesty of Iwo land? What makes you think that you are going to manage it until you die? If you, Oba, can be managing at your level, what do you think about your poor people who are the farmers that are vulnerable to Fulani killing? No, I just want you watching me today from Oduduwa land to, understand and get the point I am trying to bring out here. Now, let us hear him.
So the things that cannot be resolved, they can bring it to my palace.
You mentioned that in your community and in Osun State, you haven't had those clashes yet, or you haven't had those clashes at all. And for me, I'm thinking, is it that you are not going to have them, or you haven't had them yet? What are the conversations, what are the meetings that Obas are having, that the rulers are having in Osun State, to prevent, the spread of these tensions into these communities?
That's a very good question. Very, very brilliant question from this lady. Of course, you don't normally see this kind of journalist, this kind of lady in mainstream media. I don't know which one is TVC or something. You don't normally see this kind of person cannot get a job. This kind of journalist cannot get a job in a mainstream media. She cannot get a job in a very good media, but even if she do get a job, they will not allow her to, to ask this kind of question. She asked, are you saying that you don't have this problem in your Iwo land? Or are you saying, is it that you are yet to have the problem? Or is it that is the problem going to come later on? The question is well, presented. That let us see what the Oba will answer.
Are having in Osun State, in the different communities, to prevent, the spread of these tensions into these communities?
We do have it.
In Osun State, meetings that the Obas are having, clashes at all. And for me, State, you haven't had those clashes yet, or you haven't had those clashes, and in Osun State, you haven't had those clashes yet, or you haven't had those clashes at all. And for me, I'm thinking, is it that you are not going to have them, or you haven't had them yet?
Is it that you are not going to have the crisis, or you haven't had the crisis yet? That's a very, very brilliant question there. Is it that you are not going to have the crisis, or you haven't had the crisis yet? It's a very important, this is a very brilliant question. And let us listen to the Oba who is managing it. Somebody say the TVC is being owned by Tinubu. Anyway, well, at least this woman asked a very important question. So, like I said, this cannot have a better, you know, she cannot be employed by channel television or something like that. But let us hear what the man said.
And what are the conversations, what are the meetings that the Obas are having, that the rulers are having in Osun State, in the different communities to prevent, you know, the spread of these tensions into these communities?
We have issues, but we resolve them. Most especially the farmers and herders issue. The only thing that can solve that one is because we have neglected some people for too long. When
you see, he said that you have issues, but they resolve it. Now, that was not the answer to the question. He said they do issues, but they resolve it. Now, he now wants to answer the question of farmers' headers and listen to his analysis on what is the problem of farmers' headers.
Let them people in the bushes. When you don't go on, when you didn't counsel them, you didn't tell them to town. When you neglect people in the bushes for too long, what do they become? They become animals.
He said, we are neglecting people in the bush. He said, we are neglecting people in the bush, and when you neglect people in the bush for too long, they become animal. They become animal. Now, is it this Oba that neglected these people from, that neglected these people in the bush? Are they the indigenous of his community? Are they the indigenous of his kingdom? Are they Nigeria citizens? So where did this neglection started? Did the Oba know the culture of the people he want to bring out of the forest? Did the Oba know what is nomadic? So Oba is telling you that when you neglect people in the bush, they become animal. Go to his kingdom in Iwo land. You will see people that have been neglected in the city. You will see his own citizens, the citizens of this Nigeria that were born in Iwo, the people that own the ancestral land in Iwo that has been neglected. They cannot have $1. You see, if we take statistics, of how many people are living under $1 per day in Iwo land, and how many people are living above $10 per day in Iwo land, I don't think Oba will have shame to come here and start looking for a way to bring people from Mali, from Chad, from Niger, from Senegal, from Senegambia, and all that, who primary objective was to come to Nigeria to kill him, and take over the land. He wouldn't have that tenacity to open his mouth and speak this nonsense. Now let us listen to him.
So when you see people in the bush and nobody has ever cared for them, electricity, water, they don't have no amenities, no social nothing.
Nobody ever cared for them. You want to care for them, right? You are the one who want to use which resources to care for them.
We just started giving them school, which is mixed school.
Okay.
There is no secondary school, no.
And here he lie again. Who's man that it is because of Fulani you have nomadic school? Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Why would people be full of ignorance? Please, so people of Iwo, go and educate your Oba, your Imperial Majesty. Go and educate him on what is Almajiri school. What is Almajiri? Almajiri has nothing to do with Fulani. Almajiri has nothing to do with the nationality as Fulani as a nation. Almajiri is an Islamic study. The Islamic demo, there may be other more deeper and broad definition of why they engage in Almajiri. Almajiri have nothing to do with that because they are forest and they are nomadic. No. Almajiri is a way of life, according to them, how the Islamic way of life, some people decide to go through the Almajiri, to learn, the faith of Islam. That is what Almajiri, in a very brief, is what Almajiri is all about. So why would Oba come and start, giving misleading information about what is Almajiri? Have tried to give them now education, which is Almajiri. What is that Almajiri have to do with Fulani people, for Christ's sake? Now let us watch.
It is not social nothing. We just started giving them school, which is nomadic school. There is no secondary school, no primary school in the bushes. So these kind of people, and we employ them sometimes as maids, as security guards. And if you employ these people as maids and security guards, and they've been there for long, believe me, there's fire on the mountain. They've been very nice and good and great people. But then I'm still talking about when you neglect people in the bushes for so long, not all of them wants to be herders. Not all of them wants to be rearing cows for life. What can solve the herders and farmers issue right now is education. Educating people about ranching. And what I have told the government, and I've said it several times, is to educate the Fulani that the nomadic way of life of rearing
Yes, we are back, and welcome back. As we have a little bit issue there. Welcome back. Please, I want to see that. I want to see that you are hearing me. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, we are back. We are only going to work on the on this video, and we are done. So I'm gonna start playing the video from the beginning. At least you've just listened to him. So I really like what I am seeing. These journalists are doing wonderfully well, and these are the kind of journalists we are talking about. I think we even have the video continued, so we did not lose everything. As a matter of fact, we didn't lose everything. So we are going to continue. You're welcome back. Somebody say my voice is coming back, but breaking a little bit. All right. You're welcome back. You're welcome back. Let us give you a little bit of
Attention, attention. IPOB One Family. This announcement is for those outside of the USA that wish to donate Eastern Security Network fund that is based in the United States. Because of the fees that donators have to pay the bank when sending wires, we recommend that if you're sending less than $250, that you donate through the IPOB USA website. It's fast, simple, and less expensive for you. Go to our website, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. That is
Niin, miksi olen ehdokkaana kunnallisvaaleissa? Olen ehdokkaana kunnallisvaaleissa, koska teen työtä lasten, vanhusten ja kaiken meidän parhaaksi. Kokoomuksen ohjelman hengessä. Totta kai.
Right, welcome back, welcome back. So we are going to go straight to the point. We are not going to waste your time any longer. Start from where we stop.
What we want to know from you is, how do you have armed Fulani men in your community, and how can we ensure our message is targeted at the people who are armed and not against those that are peacefully living in our communities?
My process in Iwo, and what I would like the federal government to replicate, is I have made an announcement that any Fulani who is willing to relocate, that they're being chased anywhere, can relocate to Iwo. And my own plan is to give them an identity. There must be a data and identity. I will take their pictures, take their names, and give them an identity card, which it will read Fulani Iwo or Hausa Iwo. And also, from there, we'll start our own people too, who are Yorubas. We can have a database and identification process for everybody.
You want to start identification base with Fulani. Identification base he could not do to Yoruba people. Identification base he could not do to Duduwa people. He went to start it with the Fulani. But first of all, I want you to listen to the answer he gave. The question was, what do you do for the message to penetrate to those carrying arms? The message to penetrate to those Fulanis in his community, in his kingdom, carrying arms. And this Oba what he displayed here is a Fulani terrorist. You see, what he displayed is a evidence of a Fulani terrorist. Now, he didn't answer that question. He did not even, in fact, he pretended not to have understood the question, but he knew exactly what the question was all about, but he didn't answer it. So let us go back again and see and listen to that question again. One moment.
Right. What we want to know from you is, how do you have armed Fulani men in your community?
Do you have armed Fulani men in your community?
And how can we ensure targeted at the people who are armed?
And how do we ensure that our message are targeted at the people who are armed?
And not against those peacefully living in our communities.
And not against those who are peacefully living in our communities. And of course, the woman also don't know that no Fulani live peacefully in your communities. You are only counting and waiting when the real reason for them coming to your community will now begin to manifest. Now, let us listen to the Oba.
My process in Iwo, and what I would like the federal government to replicate, is I have made an announcement that any Fulani who is willing to relocate, that they're being chased anywhere, can relocate to Iwo.
So the answer to how his message will penetrate to the Fulanis carrying arms in his community is that he has made it very clear, for those of you carrying arms and they are being chased anywhere to come to Iwo, there is a place for you in Iwo. That is the answer to the question. The answer to the question again is that he has made it very clear that if you are a Fulani man being chased anywhere, you can come to Iwo. So what the Oba is trying to say is that, the Oba disregarded, the issue of Fulani carrying arms, because they have promised. Let me tell you one thing. Let me leak one secret to you today. Let me review one thing to you. If you are watching me now and you are from Osun State, Iwo is in Osun State, if I'm not mistaken, right? Iwo is in Osun State. Am I right? Let me tell you what is happening. What is happening? You see, somebody say he made her or him to lie against the Jamaican woman, and of course we all know the story of the Jamaican woman, which I'm going to expose here. One of these days. So now, the one thing I want to tell you people is this. Do you know what is happening here? Do you know what is playing here? What is playing here is that the Fulani federal government of Nigeria, under Fulani leadership, they have promised to make this man the Oni of Ife. Yes, and of course, let me also ask you: is Ife in Osun State? I think Ife is Ile-Ife in Osun State. Is it not in Osun State? Ile-Ife is in Osun State, right? Because the intelligence report we are getting is that they promised this man to make him the Oni of Ife. They promised to make this man Oni of Ife. They promised to kill the Oni of Ife. They promised to kill the Oni of Ife and make this man Oni of Ife. So I don't know whether the Iwo is in Ife, in Ile-Ife or something. Is it in Ile-Ife? Okay. So I am making it clearly today that what they did to this man, what they promised this man is that they are going to kill most of the Obas in Yoruba land, and they are going to eliminate the Oni of Ile-Ife, and they are going to make him the Oni of Ile-Ife. That was the deal he had with Fulanese. And that is the reason why every sense of reasoning is blocked. He can't answer ordinary question to what will you do? What will you do for the message to penetrate to those Fulanese carrying arms in your communities? That was the question. And he began to tell you how he is going to invite them, give them identity and all that. And I am telling you today that the deal between him and the Fulani Caliphate is that they are going to eliminate the Oni of Ile-Ife and they are going to make him the Oni of Ife. And he's already parading himself as the Imperial Majesty, and that is why he don't dress like Oba. That is why he don't do anything Oba is doing. Those Obas in Yorubas recognize the Oba-ship title. He answer differently than other Yoruba Obas. So I am putting it on notice today for people in Osun State and they to know that this man is doing everything to build the armies that they are going to use to fight against the monarchy in Ife, which is the Oni of Ile-Ife, because they promise that if he succeed in giving them identity, which is the base for the conquest of the southern Nigeria, by introducing the identification of Fulani. And if he begin to welcome them and start the campaign that they promise him, they are going to make him the Oni of Ife. So I do not know, this is the report we get, but I do not know now how the monarchy system there, Osun State, how the monarchy system is. He is not from Ife. I believe he's not from Ife. I don't know whether somebody who is from Iwo can become Oni, of Ile-Ife. So of course, it left for the Yorubas to look into that. It left for the Oduduwas to look into that. But I believe nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible in Nigeria of today. Fulani has destroyed the traditional stew. Fulani have destroyed the culture. Fulani have used politics to destroy everything. Everything. And they have rubbish all the time, disconnected. Olusoga Vincent Ogundolie. Olusoga Vincent Ogundolie say it is impossible. So can we know, Vincent, can we know that is it possible for, of course, we are not talking about what is possible now, because, when they start to do this, they are evil, they can do everything will be possible for them. So this Vincent, are you saying that somebody from Oshobo, somebody from Iwo, like this Afonjana, that he cannot be the Oni of Ile-Ife? I don't know how the monarchy system is done there, but this is what we are getting. This is the report we are getting, that they have promised him, they have promised to make him Oni of Ile-Ife. And when you check the age of Oni of Ile-Ife and his age, you will find out that he is probably older than the Oni of Ile-Ife. So there is no way he will be waiting for Oni of Ile-Ife to die, other than they have evil plan to remove him, either take his life away, and then they are going to use the power on their politics and all that to make him the Oni of Ife, or Oni of Iwo land. I don't know, but anyway, that is the point. So now I want you to let us continue, because you need to watch his response again when they ask him, what are you going to do for the message to go to those armed Fulani men?
Right.
I want to know from you is, how do you have armed Fulani men in your community, and how can we ensure our message is targeted at the people who are armed and not against those that are peacefully living in our communities?
My process in Iwo, and what I would like the federal government to replicate, is I have made an announcement that any Fulani who is willing to relocate, that they're being chased anywhere, can relocate to Iwo. And my own plan is to give them an identity. There must be a data and identity. I will take their pictures, take their names, and give them an identity card, which it will read Fulani Iwo or Hausa Iwo. And also from there, we'll start our own people too, who are Yorubas. We can have a database and identification process for everybody.
That Fulani Iwo, he was the only man in Nigeria that is going to have what you call Fulani Iwo, and then after giving Fulani identity, before he can now give his own Yoruba people identity. The people he is king over, the people he is ruling over, he has not given them identity. No. He has not given them a database. He is going to give people from Chad, people from Mali, people from Senegambia, people from Senegal, people from Central African Republic. He is going to give them identity first. From there, he can now begin to give Yoruba people identity. Let us clap for him. Let us give him an ovation. Oh my goodness, what a wise king. What a wise king. A king that started his campaign from abroad. He started his campaign to give the killers of his people identity. After giving the killers of his people identity, he can now come back and start ruling his people. So Yoruba people, you see, you know who is your king and you know who is not your king. If this man stand on your way to freedom, bundle him, put him in a cage until further notice. If this man stand in your way for the freedom of your people, bundle him, cage him, put him in a cage until further notice. Because this kind of people do not deserve to even stay and watch revolution happen. They need to be in the inside cage. How can a man who have witnessed what is going on in Nigeria, how the Fulani have killed, how the government have sponsored them, armed them, gave them sophisticated weapons, they are raping, killing, maiming people in Yoruba land, and this man want to first of all give them identity before he can now give Yoruba people identity. You do not want to give Yoruba people identity to identify who is a bona fide indigene of his kingdom. He don't want to do that. He do not want to know who is from the kingdom. He want to know who is the Fulani before he cannot give identity to his own people. My brother, not only that, he want to change their name to Fulani Iwo, Hausa Iwo. Do you understand that that is already a conquer? It means the conquest of the southern Nigeria have started from his palace. And you people and his people allow him to continue to sit on the throne. Hey, this is abomination. This is abomination. The people of Iwo land still allow this man to continue to sit on the throne, where he's already declaring how he is going to change your history. That you are going to have Fulani Iwo, Hausa Iwo. Somebody say he's a madman. Somebody say he's a madman. See, we must not take this kind of people for granted. No. Let me tell you. This my brother say, one moment. Rafiat Ayatayo say that, Simon Ekpa, please don't stress yourself on this called King Fulani Iwo. My sister, we cannot take these people for granted. These are the people that they call themselves the mouthpiece. You know, when they are making reference to Yoruba agitators, when they are making reference to the so-called secessionists, they are going to say, what are the traditional rulers in Yoruba land saying? They are going to say, what are the elders in Yoruba land saying? They are going to say, oh, some of the elders are not in, you know, they are not supported. They are not supported. When you listen to the ape called, when you listen to the ape, the man I call ape called Ruben Abati, is a big ape. Ape Ruben Abati saying, the people who mounted the flag, nobody has come to take responsibility. How can you take responsibility of mounting a nation flag? Ruben Abati is expecting for Sunday Igboho to come to say, yes, I ordered that they mount the flag. Ruben Abati is waiting for Fashoranti to say, yes, I mounted the flag. Ruben Abati is waiting for Professor Banji Akintoye to say, yes, I mounted the flag. That is how stupid the ape called Ruben Abati is. So, and when they are making this their journalism in their small room there in Nigeria, they are making references to this man, Ruben Abati and co. These are the people who they call journalists in Nigeria. They are making references to this man. They will say Yoruba elders, and then when they say Yoruba elders, they are making references to this man. So, my sister Rafiat, we are not going to overlook these people. We are going to be talking about them publicly for people to know and distance themselves, and for people to know who are their enemy, to know who they are not going to take seriously, for people to know who to bundle and put in a cage when the time comes. Because the time is coming where all these traditional rulers will be bundled and put in a cage until further notice. So a Yoruba monarch, knowing fully well that in Kwara State today, the problem you have in Kwara State today is somebody called Afonja. The history of Afonja is the reason why they have taken entire Ilori. And this man is here telling you he's going to have Fulani Iwo and Hausa Iwo in the 21st century. And we are talking about Fulanization of Nigeria. And he's not listening. He wants to give them education. Education he did not give his own people. How many people is on free education in Iwo? How many Iwo indigenes have free education? Or you think that they don't want to go to school? How many people in his kingdom are enjoying free education that he want to bring people from the bush and give them education? Yoruba people must resist, Oduduwa people must resist this man, and when the time comes, this man must be bundled and put in a cage until further notice. Now, another thing, because the disintegration of Nigeria is happening as we speak. Disintegration of Nigeria is that if you stand in the front, we are going to crush you. So anybody that stands in the front of the disintegration of Nigeria, rest assured you will be put in a cage. And the one who is making a statement, the chief of army staff, threatening all the people that declared their freedom and the de facto government and all that, they know that they are inviting war, and the war is going to come. The military should know that, you know, if they make a mistake of going into war with us, we are going to stretch them. We are going to stretch them in 1 week. In 1 week, we are going to stretch and drill every strength they have. We are going to, you know, stretch them in 1 week. So let the military not come and deceive you by issuing threats. The military, they are divided. A lot of people are fleeing. In fact, let me tell the chief of army staff today in Nigeria, the Ahataru or whatever he's called, most of your generals are not with you. If you don't know it, not know it. So if you make a mistake of sending military men to kill anybody in the south, be rest assured they can't last 1 week. If you send any military man to kill anybody in the southern Nigeria, because that is what you people want to destabilize Nigeria, the southern Nigeria, because you have used your greed and your quest for for conquering of Nigeria. You are now destabilizing the northern part of Nigeria. You have finished the north. You want to now extend your terrorism to the southern part of Nigeria. If you come, you will not last 1 week. It is not a threat. It is a promise. You will not last 1 week. Another thing is that, let me tell you, we know what the IG of police is doing. We know that IG of police is behind the unknown gunmen. We know that IG of police is behind the unknown gunmen. We know that IG of police, the reason why he wants to extend his tenure is to start killing the Igbo police men in the east. We know that the agenda of the IG is to start sending all these retired SAS or criminal operative who are now parading themselves as unknown gunmen to go to police station, killing them and you know, causing a lot of havoc, only to create some kind of panic and unrest in Biafra land. We know, even though the activities of the unknown government may somehow favor the agitation for Biafra, but we know that the IG of police is behind it. And if you all could remember, if all of you could remember, when I told you people that the next 3 months of the IG would be the most deadliest 3 months in Nigeria, people did not believe me. Are you seeing the result? No, I'm telling you. I told you people that the next 3 months, when they extended the 3 months of the IGP, that it is going to be the most deadliest 3 months. And now they say he can be in power until 2024. Who cares? Who cares whether he's in power until 2030? You know, but let it be on record that the killing and burning of police station in Biafra land is being done by the IG of police. Let it be on record that the unknown government is being sponsored by the Inspector General of Police, so that they want to bring crisis to the east, and they want to start to frame up the agitators in Biafra land, to claim that it is the agitators that are killing police, to claim that the agitators are the one burning the police stations. This is exactly the same thing they did in the NSAS protest. Yes. So I think we are back now. Yes. Like I said, during the NSAS protest, we know how the police was the one, you know, dispatching criminals, dispatching people with arms, dispatching the people burning cars in Abuja, for example. When they went to burn hundreds of cars in Abuja, it was police. It was police that dispatched them. The people, the hoodlums that burned those cars, police dispatched them. Police were carrying them in their police car, distributing them in places. Everybody saw it. Everybody saw it during the NSAS protest. So we are saying that everything happening in Biafra land today, all the killings happening in Biafra land, the IG of police is responsible. He is the one telling all the people, he is the one who recruited the criminals, gave them arms and ammunition. They are even shouting them, because that is why no police has ever come to say, that is why they are not talking. That is why nobody is talking. Because the people doing this are, you know, being sent by the Inspector General of Police. And they are targeting Igbo policemen. They are targeting Igbo policemen. And the next thing is that the IPOB, oh, it is ESN, oh, it is Mossad. Oh, it is this one. Oh, it is that one. It is the IG of police. He wants to do it to destabilize the East so that they will bring the military and all that. So we know. Let them not think that we know what they are doing. We know that the unknown gunmen they are being sent by the Inspector General of Police, and I'm making this allegation today, and that is the fact. It is not just an ordinary allegation, it is a fact. Otherwise, they should come and tell us why all of a sudden they want to extend the tenure of the Inspector General of Police, and as if that is not enough, the Inspector General of Police now turn around to say he can stay in power 24. Because they know the only way they can attack our land is by killing the police, burning the police station to give easy access to Fulani. But thank God, we have the ESN. And that is why it is very, very important for those of you who do not know what is going on to begin to understand the need to fund the ESN, the need to fund, bring money to buy arms and ammunition, because by the time they finish killing all the policemen, burning all the police stations in the East, in Biafra land, we will not have security anymore. We will not have security anymore, and you will see the Fulanis will come everywhere. So this is a plan. This is okay, you know, well planting orchestrated by the Fulani Inspector General of Police. So if you don't know who is the unknown gunman, know it today that it is the police that is the same unknown gunman trying to cause confusion, trying to, you know, so that they will begin to blame agitators that are the one killing and burning police and collecting their guns. We are making this thing clear today. Unknown gunman is being sponsored by the Inspector General of Police, and it is a fact. Of course, we have our ESN that is going to be on ground to defend our land. If when they have finished killing all the police in Biafra land, when they have finished killing all the police and burning all the police stations, we have our ESN that will defend our land. Our ESN, they are not. Our ESN, they are not in the street. They are not in the city. They are not in the urban area. They are in the bush. They are in the forest. You know, they are in the forest dealing with the terrorist Fulanis. So they have no business, you know, in the city, and they have no business in the urban area. So the Inspector General, for those of you who are asking questions and pointing finger, let your finger from today start pointing at the Inspector General of Police. His duty, why they extended his tenure, is for him to start doing what he's doing in the East now, because they know we are, you know, they know we are ready for them. They know they can't conquer us, so they have to first of all, they have to first of all, make sure they destroy the security institution and all the security architecture in Biafra land. That's what I want to do, and we are going to live up to expectation. When they have succeeded in destroying and killing all the policemen, we are going to live up to expectation to make sure we defend our land when they come. But one thing I want to tell you: if you have a brother in Nigeria police, a brother in Nigeria army, and he is serving in Biafra land, warn him or her not to be in any checkpoint. If you have a brother, if you are a father, if you are a mother, if you have a relative who is serving in the police, in the army, and he is in Biafra land, I am just giving you advice. Tell the person not to ever, ever, ever engage in anything roadblock, because Inspector General of Police will kill him. The people, the killer squad of Inspector General of Police will kill him. Want them to desist from going to anywhere in Biafra land, to stand on the road. Inspector General of Police killing squad, they are going to kill him. They are going to kill him. It is advice I'm giving you. Our own is that we have to continue to pray for the protection of the unknown gunmen. We have to continue to pray that God will use this unknown gunmen to deal with the people who have killed a lot of Biafrans in Biafra land. So when Inspector General, you see, they say everything turned for good for those that love God. I did not say it. It is from the Bible. They say everything worketh for good for them that love God. You see? And this is according to Bible. So when the Inspector General of Police sent killer squad to start killing police people, thinking that he is going to deal with this, thinking that he is dealing with us. He is not dealing with us. So he is not dealing with us. So we are even praying. We are praying that God will continue to shield and protect the killers of Inspector General of Police, because they actually, the thing he wants to do against us is turning for good, for our good. So let them continue. But the prayer, the advice I'm giving to you today, if you have a brother, let your brother not be a sacrificial lamb to one Nigeria. Let your brother don't go to anywhere roadblock anymore, because the Inspector General of Police killer squad, they are going to kill him and nothing will happen. So the Inspector General of Police, we thank you. Please send more killer squad to destroy all the police, to destroy even barracks in Biafra land. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. But don't think that we are fools. Don't think that we don't know what is going on. Don't think that we don't know that because of this, what is happening now, they extended your tenure. Don't think that we don't know that they are only waiting to see who they will trust before they will relieve you of your duty. So we know all these things. We know what is going on in Aso Rock. And on this note, I'm going to say good night from here. And the program has come to an end. May God bless you, people of Biafra. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa. May God bless the Middle Belt. May God bless the other wife. They are going to accept my prayer. May God bless all of you that are fighting for freedom. May God bless IPOB worldwide. May God bless Mazinam Dikano. May God bless Sunday Igbo, who have taken it upon himself to fight for Yoruba freedom. May God bless all of you, the agitators. May God bless all the people that are going to do something from tomorrow. May God bless all of you who will rise up tomorrow to do something. May God bless all of you who have made sure that you are going to stand from the beginning to the end of Nigeria disintegration and the restoration of Biafra and the Oduduwa Republic. Thank you very much. God bless you and good night.